Welcome back to American Agenda. You are looking live at the Ford plant in Ypsilanti, Michigan, where President Trump will arrive any minute now to thank the workers there at that Ford plant for producing ventilators during this time of crisis. Now, it's important to note that it'll be interesting to see if the president actually wears a face mask, because the AG in the state has made it very clear. If you come to Michigan, we want you to comply with state rules, and we require people to wear a face mask right now. She says, if you don't, well, we might not have you back, Mr. President.
Yeah, like the president can't go.
Right. Exactly. Those are her words.
Yeah, let's bring in our A-plus panel for the day, former chairman for Associated Republicans of Texas, George C., and surrogate for the Trump 2020 campaign, and former Georgia Congressman Jack Kingston. Jack, what does the president need to accomplish in Michigan? In other words, what's he trying to accomplish on this particular trip?
I think what he's trying to accomplish and underscore is that the people of America stand behind the good people of Michigan, regardless of their governor's policies, which seem to be really directed at undermining anything the president does. I was looking at some statistics. We, the American taxpayers, have sent 6.3 million N95s to Michigan. We've sent 700 ventilators to them. We've sent millions and millions of gowns and face masks, something like 900,000 gloves. So we're doing everything we can to help the people of Michigan. But unfortunately, the governor, who's running for vice president, spends all of her time bashing anytime the president does anything, she runs to the press and says, oh, this went wrong. And instead of working with them the way people like Gavin Newsom have in California or Governor Cuomo of New York.
George, what do you make of all this side drama, all the back and forth? I mean, a lot of people are saying we just want to get back to work, and these are draconian measures in place.
Yeah, I think it's officially the silly season when the attorney general of one of 50 states is trying to boss the president of the United States around. It's comical or it would be unpatriotic. I think there's a great unrest all across the country to get back to work. The headline of the New York Post this morning was saying enough, and we need to get back at it. New Yorkers don't stay in the bunker this long. And I think everybody feels that way. I just think we need to do it in a way where we honor social distancing and masks and keeping people comfortable, because you want to respect your elders and you want to respect the most vulnerable. But we're all ready to get back to work.
George, you say that, but do you think the president should wear a mask today?
I don't. I don't think he needs to wear a mask. I think he's the president and he's got a different standard, and everybody's going to socially distance from him. So I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's necessary.
Jack, where are you located? You in Georgia?
I'm actually in Virginia right now, heading to Georgia tomorrow.
Okay. I used to live in Virginia. I have a sister who lives in Georgia. I'm curious whether people are approaching the wearing of the mask in the community with a kind of a political slant as well, because this has become so political. We're going to see whether the president wears a mask, which is that's the world we're in right now. But I was curious, there's a reason to wear it for safety, but it also seems sometimes people are making a statement, doesn't it?
I think they are. If I don't wear one and I'm in the grocery store, people look at me with this kind of holier than thou look. I'm used to getting bad looks at me, but
well, it is a swing blue state now, right?
Yeah, you're right. But I can say this. In Georgia, where we have been reopening now for several weeks, people are being very courteous. They're being respectful. If you want to stand away, if you want to wear a mask, that's not it's not a political statement in Georgia. I think in certain areas it is, because so many blue state governors have decided to make this about politics and about authoritarianism. And we've lost lots of our civil liberties. I'm with George, Mr. President. Don't put on a mask today. It's a bad image internationally.
George, what are you seeing in your state? We've seen this. I've heard it myself. Like, don't tell me what to do. I want to be the one to decide if I should wear a mask or not.
Well, I got to compliment Georgia. That's a great state, and they've done nearly as good a job as we have here in Texas in dealing with this mess. So all kidding aside, I think there's been a very measured, rational response in Texas and Georgia and some of the other states that have opened quicker, but also been pretty careful about what they're doing. And I just want to emphasize, you can thread the needle on this. You don't have to have a all holds bar. Let's have 100,000 people on the beach. You don't have to have everybody in the bunker. There's a happy medium where you respect other people's more precarious situation, elderly, obese, diabetes, things of that sort. You stay away from them. You wear a mask out of respect for where they're coming from, but you go about your business. We've been back at work for weeks here now.
Yeah.
You know, you can do both.
Jack, quick question, Jack. Will the winner of Michigan win the election?
I might want to throw in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, but you need all three of them. And I think that the president of the United States is going to be that winner because the people of Michigan want to go back to work. And that's what he's doing today. He's saying, you know what? We respect people who want to go back. We respect you if you have to stay at home because of medicinal reasons. But let's get America moving again. Quit hiding under the bed. Show leadership.
George, what's your take on that? Is it so goes Michigan, so goes the election?
No, I don't think so. I think the president's going to win Pennsylvania because of this war against the oil and gas industry that's so important in Pennsylvania. I think he's going to take Wisconsin. I think he's got a chance at Minnesota. Unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, think he's going to lose Michigan. But I still think he's going to win the election.
Okay. Interesting take. George C., Jack Kingston, thank you, gentlemen. We'll be back with another take on all of this after this.